Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning into my YouTube channel. This is Nikhil Parekh. In this video, I shall be giving you a recitation of my poem that is with title Ratio and Proportion. This poem of mine has been published in my book that is with title Love vs. Terrorism Volume 1. Therefore, without wasting a further instant, ardently wanted to commence with the recitation of my poem Ratio and Proportion. The ratio of hedonism is to happiness. Perhaps on this fathomless universe might have pathetically dwindled to a preposterously abominable infinity is to zero today. The ratio of estrangement is to equality. Perhaps on this boundless universe might have abysmally faltered to an acrimoniously pugnacious infinity is to zero today. The ratio of politics is to peace. Perhaps on this mesmerizing universe might have sadistically extinguished to an accurately bellicose infinity is to zero today. The ratio of salaciousness is to sagaciousness. Perhaps on this colossal universe might have disastrously deteriorated to an insipidly threadbare infinity is to zero today. The ratio of chauvinism is to cheerfulness. Perhaps on this gigantic universe might have pruriently withered to an aridly lackadaisical infinity is to zero today. The ratio of malice is to mysticism. Perhaps on this unfathomable universe might have obnoxiously stumbled to a dolorously decrepit infinity is to zero today. The ratio of war is to wind. The ratio of war is to wind, perhaps on this fathomless universe, might have vengefully reduced to a flagrantly atrocious infinity is to zero today. The ratio of vindictiveness is to versatility. The ratio of vindictiveness is to versatility. Perhaps on this spellbinding universe might have remorsefully evaporated to a savagely infinitesimal infinity is to zero today. The ratio of travesty is to truth. The ratio of travesty, the ratio of travesty is to truth. Travesty is to truth. Perhaps on this unending universe travesty is to truth. Perhaps on this unending universe might have insanely massacred to a indescribably abashing infinities to zero today. The ratio of bane is to bloom. The ratio of bane is to bloom. The ratio of bane is to bloom. Perhaps on this limitless universe might have sardonically butchered to a fretfully nonchalant infinities to zero today. The ratio of disaster is to dreams. Perhaps on this unconquerable universe might have sordidly slithered to a raunchily beleaguered infinities to zero today. The ratio of poverty is to prosperity. The ratio of poverty is to prosperity. Perhaps on this unsurpassable universe the ratio of poverty is to prosperity. Perhaps on this unsurpassable universe might have gruesomely disappeared to a delinquently despondent infinities to zero today. The ratio of unemployment is to uninhibitedness. Perhaps on this gregarious universe might have treacherously shattered to a bodily slavering infinities to zero today. The ratio of abhorrence is to ablution. Perhaps on this limitless, the ratio of abhorrence is to ablution. Perhaps on this timeless universe might have egregiously crumbled to a uxoriously incarcerated infinity is to zero today. The ratio of jinx is to jubilation. Perhaps on this enchanting universe might have disdainfully converted to a disparagingly dastardly infinity is to zero to die. The ratio of betrayal is to breath. Perhaps on this boundless universe might have painstakingly debilitated to a derogatorily, drearily, to a derogatorily, dreary infinity is to zero to die. The ratio of lasciviousness, the ratio of lasciviousness is to love. Perhaps lasciviousness is to love. Perhaps on this triumphant universe, perhaps on this triumphant universe, might have tawdrily sunk to a baselessly cannibalistic infinity is to zero to die. But the ratio of the creature but the ratio of the creature is to creator was, is, and will forever be an omnipotently majestic zero is to infinity till the time he commanded this earth to be, and even beyond the most ephemerally fugacious speck of space. But the ratio of the creature is to creator, creature is to creator, was, is, creature is to creator, creature is to creator, was, is, and will forever be an omnipotently, and omnipotently, and omnipotently, and omnipotently, omnipotently majestic. Omnipotently majestic zero is to infinity. Omnipotently majestic zero is to infinity till the time he commanded, till the time he commanded this earth to be, and even beyond the most ephemeral, and even beyond the most ephemerally fugacious speck of space, and even beyond, and even beyond the most ephemerally fugacious speck of space. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for hearing me. From the innermost realm of my heart, wanted to thank you for the victoriously brilliant patronization to my poetry.